Hello and welcome to a new vlog and trip report, and today we're taking an ICE2 from Würzburg to Hamburg in Germany. Here on the map you can see our route today. It's a train and a railway line that we have seen multiple times in videos, yet I'm still making another video about this, and this is because this train will sooner or later be phased out and replaced by more modern trains. We're starting here at the main station of Würzburg, and now we can take a look at the train traffic and the arrival of my train here in Würzburg. Here we can see the interior of the second class. As my train was arriving in a different order without announcement, I had to walk all the way across the train to get to first class. And here we can see first class with a very unique type of seat. Can only be found here in the ICE2. It is quite comfortable, even though on the way back I was also traveling with an ICE2 and it was not too comfortable. On the way there I found it very comfortable, so I don't know why I had such a different experience on the same seat. But in general it's a quite good seat, a bit slippery, but quite good, adjustable. And the best thing about these seats is you can adjust them without disturbing the person behind you, and the tables are much bigger than on other ICs. As you can see, I have a quite big laptop and it even fits completely on the table, and there's still some space behind, so it's a quite nice and big table. I was also surprised that even in this old train, ordering at your seat was available, so you can order something on the Bahn portal and it will be delivered to your seat automatically. And as you can see, I ordered a coffee and I could even leave my laptop on the table and there was still enough space for the cup of coffee. So that's what I really like about those seats. They are quite slippery and at some angles they are also quite uncomfortable. I'm still not sure why I didn't found it comfortable on the way back. It was the same seat, so nothing has changed. The only thing was on the way back that the pillow, the headrest, was always coming off as soon as I moved slightly, so maybe that was the reason. I will not talk too much about the railway line as it was part of many videos already. Today we are mainly talking about the train, because the ICE2 will be sooner or later replaced by newer trains. The current plan is that the ICE2 will be phased out by 2027. The first trains have already been taken out of service, and now there will be more trains taken out of service every year until 2027, and then there will be no more ICE2s. There are some other trains also being taken out of service, like the small version of the ICE-T and the international version of the ICE3, and we still have 2 more years of the ICE2 for sure, but still I wanted to make a video about this train now, as it is slowly getting rare. This video will not end with my arrival at Hamburg main station, as this is the start of another series. We are going on a cruise ship again, and in the upcoming videos I will show you a bit more about the cruise ship. So I will show you also what was happening on this day in Hamburg after my arrival. Here we are already getting closer to Hamburg, approaching the city. Hamburg is one of my favorite cities in Germany, so whenever I'm going on a cruise in Hamburg, I like to arrive there one day earlier, so I have a bit of time to spend in Hamburg, but also because sometimes Deutsche Bahn is not too reliable, so I prefer to be on the safe side and not miss my cruise ship. Here we are approaching the station Elbbrücken. Of course, it's not stop for ICEs, so we're going through. Now we're approaching the main station of Hamburg. It's a quite scenic approach because you will see some parts of the harbor of Hamburg. Also, the main station of Hamburg itself is a quite beautiful station, but I still don't like it because some parts of it are just too small. The stairs to the platforms are pretty small and can get very crowded. Also, the station itself always feels very crowded, so it's not my favorite station, even though it is looking quite nice. Here we are approaching Hamburg main station. The train will continue on to Altona, but I'm leaving here at the main station. So as you can see, it's a beautiful building, but the stairs are so small and there are only 2 stairs. And here we can take another look at the interior. Here on the left side you saw also the problem with the pillow falling down was also here on this train a problem. And here we can see the train leaving for Altona. I then took the Hochbahn, which is the underground of Hamburg, to Baumwall, which is pretty close to where my hotel was located. I already told you a few videos ago, in the first video of the Queen Anne, that I will be staying at the Feuerschiff, which is a light vessel, which is now used as a restaurant and as a hotel. Take a look at my cabin now. Just remember that this is something very different to the Cap San Diego with a nice spacious cabin. Here it's a tiny cabin, only like 3 or 4 square meters and a very small bed, because this is how the workers on the lightship had to live on board, and now these original cabins are used as a small hotel. I found it very cozy and I really liked it, but of course you need to be aware that those cabins are really small and in original condition. And what is even more important to know is it's written all over the website of the Feuerschiff. You can also read it on booking.com. But this is a party location, so sometimes some rooms here on the ship are rented out for parties and it can get very loud in your cabin. So also on this day there was a private party and I heard loud music in my cabin. Earplugs were provided and I didn't mind too much. I fell asleep quite good, even though I could hear the music, but this doesn't bother me too much. I can sleep quite well when there are some noises. So for me it was no problem, but if you needed to be completely calm to sleep, I would recommend taking a different hotel here in Hamburg. But if you don't mind it and you want a very special location for a night before your cruise, for example, also the Feuerschiff is a quite good location, together with the Cap San Diego, which we can see here in the background during this wonderful sunset here in Hamburg. And of course I'm on my way again to the Bullerei, the restaurant of the famous German chef Tim Melzer. My favorite restaurant, so whenever I'm in Hamburg I'm visiting it. And also, like last time, I decided to go for the surprise menu again, which was once again very nice, and I really liked all courses. There were some dishes that I never tried before or I wouldn't have ordered in a restaurant, but all of them were very nice and it tasted everything very good. So that's why I like the surprise menu, because you get to taste some new dishes. After a nice cup of coffee, I then headed back to the underground and back to my ship. Here we can see the train arriving, and now we're going back to Baumwall, which is just a few meters away from the Feuerschiff. And then it was time to go to sleep. Even though I heard some music, I still slept very well. And in the next video we will continue here on the ship. Well, actually we will continue in the second to next video, because in the next video we will have another ship tour, but after that we will continue here on the Feuerschiff and the first day of my cruise. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Here you can see when the next video will be uploaded and the name of the song. As always, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to comment, like, subscribe or share the video link, and I hope to see you in my next video then.